Evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, the much-awaited Tokyo Olympics is right around the corner. Today we will talk about some of the athletes who hail from the Northeast. We will also hear about how Kemrang village in Meghalaya is setting a role model for older age groups to come forward for COVID-19 vaccinations. The world is excited for the upcoming biggest sports festival, which will be kicked off tomorrow at Tokyo in Japan. The Indian contingent has already reached Tokyo. Out of the qualified sportspeople for the Games, 8 are from the northeastern part of the country. A report from our Imphal correspondent JJ Thokchom.
Of the old states in the country, Manipur would be the one having the ripples of Olympic Games this time. Although it is the 23rd largest state by area and also by population in India, 5 medal prospect sportspersons are representing India in the upcoming Tokyo Olympic Games. They are 6-time women boxing champion and bronze medalist of Rio Olympic Games boxer MC Mary Kom, gold medalist of World Weightlifting Championship and Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna awardee weightlifter Saiko Mirabai, India's lone judo player at the Tokyo Olympics Sushila Devi, former Indian national women hockey team captain P. Susila Chanu and midfielder of Indian national men's hockey team Sanglakpam Nilakanta. Manipur has shown the potential of sports to the nation, where larger populous states could not contribute much to the Indian contingents. Out of the 8 Tokyo Olympic sportspersons from northeastern state, the estimated 3.60 crore populated Assam contributed only one sportsperson, boxer Lavlina Borgohain. Reds 2 are from Mizoram, women hockey player Larnem Simi, and another from Sikkim, archer Tarundeep Rai. Then what about the rest of 4 states of Northeast? When do we expect your contribution to the sports which become part of development parameter in today's world? India is second most populous country next to China. India able to send 119 athletes to contest in Tokyo Olympic Games, while China able to send biggest ever contingent at an Olympic, which is 431 athletes, including 24 Olympic champions. Now the India needs to wake up and efforts should be made to replace China in upcoming Olympic Games. This is JJ Thokchom from Imphal for AIR News Northeast Diary.
एक खिलाड़ी दुनिया के किसी कोने में हाथ में तिरंगा लेकर के दौड़ता है, सारे हिंदुस्तान में ऊर्जा भर देता है।
वहाँ एथलीट दम लगाएंगे, आप यहाँ से हौसला बढ़ाओ। चीयर फॉर इंडिया।
Delayed by a year, the Tokyo Olympics is finally getting underway in Japan. And this time, India will have a record contingent of 126 athletes. These athletes are from various sports and games and from different parts of the country. Ahead of the Olympics, the central government has taken various measures in boosting the morale of the athletes. A special module has been created on the Namo app, through which citizens can rally behind their favorite athlete and send a special message. Northeastern states are also cheering in a big way to boost the athletes. People of Mizoram have been voicing their huge support to Lalrem Sayami, the first female Mizo from the state to be playing in the Olympics. Let us hear more details from our correspondent from Aizawl.
The 21-year-old Lalrem Sayami from Mizoram will be playing in the Tokyo Olympics as part of the Indian women hockey team. She created a history as she became the first female player from Mizoram to make it to the Olympics. Lalrem Sayami first represented the country in under-18 at the Asian Youth Olympic Games qualifier, where she scored 7 goals and the team bagged the silver medal. At the Asian Champions Trophy 2018, she got the Under-21 Rising Star Award. Also in the Youth Olympics 2018, she scored 9 goals. Obviously, the people of the state are showering best wishes to her and the Team India. Chief Minister Zoramthanga has conveyed best wishes for Leremsiami and Team India in the Tokyo Olympics. His government also announced a reward of 25 lakh rupees for Leremsiami. Sports Minister Robert Romoya Roite appealed to all to come on supporting Leremsiami and the Indian team. Retired Chief Coach Larampari also sends of greetings.
Leremsiami, congratulations on your well-deserved success for being the first Mizo woman to represent India in the Olympics. You are the proof that good things come to those who are willing to sacrifice to reach a worthwhile goal. I am sure this will be the only first of many proud moments for you and your country. Warmest wishes to you and the Indian team.
Also, side coach Vanal Veni wished success for her and Team India.
I extend my heartiest greetings to Leremsiami, Indian women hockey striker. I congratulate her on being in the Olympic squad 2020. I remember she had been a very hardworking player and I feel she deserved to be where she is now today.
This Mizo girl became the first women player in the country to win the FIH Rising Star of 2019 award. Obviously, the whole Mizoram is gearing up to cheer for India and Leremsiami from 24th July when the Indian women hockey team will first take on Netherlands in Tokyo Olympics. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
Arjuna awardee Sikkimese archer Tarundeep Rai is the tiny Himalayan state's only representation at the Tokyo Olympics this year. This will be Tarundeep's third Olympic.
Sikkim's Tarundeep Rai brings the experience of 2 previous Olympics to the Indian archery team's man recurve events at this year's Tokyo Olympics. Tarundeep participated in the Athens Olympic Games in 2004 and London Olympics in 2012 and has been a star performer for India at international events. He was a gold medalist at the Archery World Cup 2010 in China, a silver medalist at the China Asian Games 2010, Madrid World Championship in 2005 and Netherlands World Championship 2019, a bronze medalist at the Doha Asian Games 2006 and Delhi Commonwealth Games 2010 to name a few. He was awarded the Arjuna Award in 2005, Padma Shri in 2020 and Sikkim Khel Ratna in 2012 for his contribution in the field of sport. The unending trail of success has naturally driven hope high across Sikkim, especially in South Sikkim's Namchi, which is Tarundeep's hometown. His wife Anjana Bhattarai speaks about the expectations.
He has potential to win the medal in Tokyo like everyone in the family. My hope is also if Tarundeep can able to give his best there he can win the medals. He is very delicate towards his goals, but he never miss or fail to fulfill the requirement of a son, of mom, dad and husband for me, and a father of his son and brother of his sister in the family.
Sikkim joined the nation in the Road to Tokyo Olympics 2020 campaign to wish and motivate the Indian contingent, especially Tarundeep Rai. As a run-up to the event, Chief Minister P.S. Tamang also wished him for the Tokyo Olympics. Tarundeep is already an inspiration in Sikkim, and with over 2 decades of archery behind him, he is expected to be a pivot in the Indian archery squad at the Games in Tokyo this year. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Namo Dixit for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Sikkim.
In what may be a massive plantation drive, the Rengma Selozi, an NGO from Nagaland, has initiated a tree plantation drive under the project Green Highway, covering a stretch of about 28 kilometers of National Highway 2 under Simmeoni subdivision of Kohima district. Our Kohima correspondent tells us more.
Project Green Highway is the first initiative of Rengma Selozi, which was officially launched by Additional Deputy Commissioner of Simmeoni Subdivision, W. Mangpai Pom, on July 17. The project covers an area of about 28 kilometers from Hembenji village to Kandini village under Tsiminyu subdivision of Kohima district. Rengma Selozi has started this initiative with a mission to beautify the highway for the travelers as well as keep the area cleaned. Let's hear it from advisor of the Rengma Selozi, Zukeya Watch, more on the project.
We have two missions here. One is to beautify the national highway. Road safety is also a concern, and cleanliness is one of them. Next year, it will be an annual program for all of us. So, Selozi will continue to maintain this, nurture them.
The launching of this project started with plantations of 5,400 tree saplings, which include cherry tree, banyan tree, oak tree, wild mango tree, pears, fig, and others. For Northeast Diary, this is Asunyo from AIR News, Kohima.
Ever since the COVID-19 vaccine was introduced in Meghalaya, a good amount of rumors and false information has been spreading against the vaccination. As a consequence of such misinformation, the state saw a sudden surge in COVID cases, overwhelming the health infrastructure in an unprecedented way. However, the idea of COVID vaccine was much clearer amongst the rural folks of Kemrang village in Painursla of East Khasi Hill district, where the residents have a positive attitude towards the COVID vaccine. Our Shillong correspondent has filed this report.
Kemrang is a remote village consisting of 101 households in Painursla block of East Khasi Hills district in Meghalaya. The villagers are mostly marginal farmers, with the mission of educating the community about the coronavirus pandemic and the benefits of the vaccine. Medical officers of the district along with ASHA workers, Anganwadi workers and headmen of Kemrang village started the vaccination drive and educated them with the importance of COVID vaccine to stop the transmission of the virus amongst the village. In the village, older adults have been heavily prioritized for vaccination, and the village has remarkably achieved 100% COVID-19 vaccination record amongst the older age groups. Village Chief Ribit Riyatham said that initially there were challenges to explain the severity of the pandemic and the need to get vaccination. But after awareness drive from the health department, the villagers started to understand the benefits of getting the COVID vaccine at the earliest. A. Sabong, medical officer of Maukliao PHC, shared that it was through a collective effort of the village headmen, ASHA workers, Anganwadi workers and the PHC staff for achieving 100% vaccination coverage for all persons above the age of 45 in the village. The headmen and ASHA workers have played a key role in educating about the benefit of COVID vaccine.
Kemrang village, and when we give awareness to the ASHAs and Anganwadis, to the Rambashnongs and to other CCMC members such as the school teachers, the general population in relation to this village, Kemrang itself, they show their acceptance. They don't really have questions about how will the vaccine work.
There is no doubt that amidst all the noise against vaccination, Kemrang village is setting a good example. COVID-19 vaccination is currently the best bet to stop the transmission of coronavirus, and therefore it is imperative that people come forward and get vaccinated so that life can finally go back to normal. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
Tripura is one of the highest vaccinated states in the country. Here is a report from our Agartala correspondent.
The COVID-19 vaccination has revived an enormous response in Tripura as altogether 189 villages have been fully vaccinated with the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccines. Not only that, 2 rural development blocks and 7 urban local bodies have also achieved the 10% vaccination target as per the reports available till July 13, 2021. Speaking to AIR News, State Health Mission Director, National Health Mission, Siddhartha Shiv Jaswal said that the targeted population above 18 years have been fully vaccinated with the first dose of the COVID-19 in these villages, urban local bodies and the rural development blocks across the state. He said the government of Tripura resorted to area-specific targeted inoculation that yielded impressive results. He also said that around 4 lakh population above 18 years of age is still to be brought under the ambit of vaccination, which will be done as per the availability of vaccine doses within some time from now. This is Rina Nomaitam reporting for Northeast Diary from Agartala.
Nepali language was included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution on the 20th of August 1992. Mrs. Dilkumari Bhandari, the then Member of Parliament in Lok Sabha from Sikkim, presented the bill on the floor of the House. Her contribution towards the recognition of Nepali as an official language in India has been immense. The first part of the interview with Mrs. Dilkumari Bhandari was broadcast last week. Today we bring to you the second part of her interview.
Namaskar. Today in Northeast Diary, we have with us Mrs. Dilkumari Bhandari, who was a Member of Parliament and has consistently been a driving force for the Nepali language in India. After years of struggle, Nepali language was incorporated in the 8th schedule. Are you satisfied with the progress that has been made since then?
We were happy when it was considered fit to be in the 8th schedule. And before that, even Sahitya Academy, which sets parameters of the quality of literary work people have, languages have, and give their awards. So Nepali was considered for that. My only complaint would be, I see so many books coming to the market, so many aspiring literary people, they are writing so many, mostly poems I come across, and small books.
Yes.
But somehow I feel our literature lack in child education, Bal Sahitya. I think recently, 1 or 2 years back, Mrs. Snelata Rai was awarded Sahitya Academy Award. Apart from that, I don't see many people writing.
Dr. Shanti Chhetri.
Dr. Shanti Chhetri. And she also writes mostly creative writings she has. Bal Sahitya, very few I think.
She also received the Bal Sahitya Puraskar and
Bal Sahitya Puraskar.
Mr. Shankar Dhakal and Bhim Pradhan.
Now there are so many facilities. Government give resources. So we can, if our writers make effort, they are very good writers and they are talented, they can write.
How has the community benefited from this recognition, in the 8th schedule of the Constitution?
Very good question. I was waiting for that. Educated people were mostly people all over. We used to unite them and tell them why you are asking for this. If we get this language, your children will get services. There will be so many facilities. In fact, we had printed a booklet of all the facilities we are going to get after the recognition of the language. But after the recognition of the language, somehow, people forgot also about that book. And they now ho gaya, we got it, now it's okay. Everybody went on their ways. But motivation, why we went there, why we asked that, is yes, the love of language, and all the languages are in the 8th schedule, why not ours? That feeling was there. But the most prominent wishes of the people was to get opportunities to improve their life. But somehow people didn't make effort. It's still open. People can join. And after the recognition of the language, I bought so many UPSC syllabus and distributed to educate our youth so that they will get motivated and sit for interviews and get at par with other people speaking other languages. But somehow that didn't happen because it's not easy. There are facilities, you have to go and get it. You have to search for it. Nobody is going to come and dole it out to you. So that effort we have to make. That's not being made.
Okay. Moving on. How do you feel about being awarded the Bhanu Puraskar in Sikkim this year?
Yes, I feel happy. A premier organization like Nepali Sahitya Parishad Sikkim, they have been doing so much for the development of the language. And when they decided, might be, they have considered so many things. So I accepted Bhanu, our Adikavi. And Nepali speaking people were inspired to read and write Nepali because of him only. When he translated Ramayana from Sanskrit to Nepali, it was in Lok Bhasha. So everybody could read that, relate to that, and speak that. So people had that feeling that they should read and write. If not try to read, so that they could read Bhanu, Bhakta Ramayana. And when I spoke in Lok Sabha, for this language. I had said that Bhanubhakta had written somewhere, Bado Durlabh Janus Bharat Bhumiko Janma Janane. Then when our demand was fulfilled, I really felt that he was right in his expression.
You have also contributed in the field of journalism as the editor of Ajako Sikkim weekly and daily newspaper published from Sikkim. Please share your experience in this regard.
Taking over as editor of Ajako Sikkim from Mr. Bhandari was not easy because I was not a writer. For me, only managing the weekly, after that it became daily also, from weekly to bi-weekly, then daily. Then after me, youth, Nepali speaking youth, they were, lot of people used to get employment from my press. Then they very nicely ran the ongoing works of the press and the paper. But side by side, I was looking after Ajako Sikkim publication. Then today when you ask, I can proudly say that I was instrumental in publishing so many Nepali books, and on top of that, I'm proud saying that one single publication got 3 Academy Awards, like Tulsi Ram Kashyap's Ama, then Ramlal Adhikari's Nishan Smaran, and MP Rai's Bir Jati Ko Amar Kahani. So I'm proud to say that my publication got 3 Academy Awards. So that's my experience.
What further measures should be taken to give an impetus to the increased use of Nepali language on the national and global fora?
I'm not that literary visionary, but I feel like to give impetus to the development of our language. And when you say global, I saw we haven't made it even the national. Yes, there are now organizations on international level, they are organizing seminars and all.
Yes.
But I take pride in saying that at present we have person as our Prime Minister who is very much connected to the roots of the country, and he has vision. And he very effectively motivated people, and I am very, very thankful to him for making Niti Aayog to go for investigate and make Nai Shiksha Niti 2020. Now it's going to be in force, and what I like about that is it has given lot of impetus to languages of people. Matribhasha. So if our people really want to progress and go forward, this is one opportunity when the government is giving this impetus and has become a driving force for this. So I'm hopeful, very hopeful, that if our people are ready for this and sincerely they go about it, we certainly will go forward.
Moving on to the final question, what would you suggest to the youth for the development and protection of Nepali language?
As I said earlier, our youth, they are very versatile. And youth population in our country, not only in the country, in our Nepali speaking population also, they are in great number. And most importantly, youths have very open mind. And with education, they know who they are.
Okay.
But it's only the people at the helm of affairs, they have to give them right direction. So if we are able to do that, our youth will do wonders. I am very, very I believe in that if we give them right direction, they are able to do that. I come across brilliant poems written in Nepali. People complain that youth of today, they don't respect language, they don't respect our literature, culture and all. Yes, there are effects of other cultures, and the onslaught of the digital world, they are affected too. But when you give them proper, strong roots, they will come. But my request to the youth would be, they should also come forward, as with the education, horizon of their visions have expanded. So they should take advantage of this. And it's not like when we were youth, we didn't have all these opportunities, all these facilities. they are lucky. They have born at this age where even the country is leaping forward. But for the corona, it is little bit in the quadrum, but it's moving forward. So our youth also can do wonders if they endeavor. So it's not an easy work to go forward. They have to make effort. They have to respect their language, education, their own youth also. Their youth now, the youth power, their own power of their body itself and mind can be used in right direction. They can achieve so many things. So they have to make effort.
Today, Mrs. Dilkumari Bhandari blessed us with her presence and gave us an insight into her struggle for the recognition of Nepali language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution and shared her experience of being awarded the Bhanu Puraskar 2021. We thank you for your contribution towards this cause, including the development of Nepali language and literature. Ma'am, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And now, let us endeavor to know more about the special places that are nestled in the cozy corners of India's northeast. Today, we will talk about the capital city of Nagaland, Kohima. We have more from our correspondent.
The original inhabitants of Kohima were the Angami Nagas and Ringma Nagas. But Kohima being the capital city, it is a cosmopolitan city with a potpourri of all the tribes of Nagaland as well as India residing in the city. They have linguistic and dialectical variations. This enchanting state with natural beauty and ethnic diversity is ruled by the warriors of the Naga tribes. The town is named after a wild flowering plant found in the mountains. The name Kohima is so called because the British could not pronounce its original name, Kyohira, which is the name of the village where Kohima town is located. Kohima features a more moderate version of a humid subtropical climate. Kohima has a pleasant and moderate climate, not too cold, not too warm. The ethnic tribes have been successful in protecting their unique culture and identity. These people are warm and friendly. Kohima village, locally known as the Barabasti, showcases the Naga way of life. The entrance gate is adorned with traditional Naga art and buffalo horns, which is typical to all Naga villages. Kohima War Cemetery is a must visit for every traveler. It is located in the center of Kohima city, a memorial dedicated to soldiers of the 2nd British Division of the Allied Forces who died in the Second World War in April 1944 fighting the Japanese invasion. Kohima Museum is also a site to visit which houses some of the rarest artifacts belonging to different tribes of the state. Colorful traditional dresses, clan motifs, etc. are displayed. Besides, the Kohima city has one of the largest and most famous cathedrals in the northeastern part of the country called the Catholic Cathedral on Aradura Hill. The enchanting Zuku Valley with its emerald green rolling hills interspersed by gentle flowing stream is tucked away at an altitude of 2,438.4 meters. It is about 30 kilometers south of Kohima. It is a trekker's delight. This valley is well known for its natural environment, seasonal flowers, flora and fauna. The enchanted valley will leave you mesmerized with its scenic beauty. The northeastern valley of flowers is a sight to behold and a trekker's delight. Besides this, Kohima city offers a lot more to the visitors, and there are a series of places to visit in Kohima such as Konoma village, which is the first green village in the country, Tofema, the tourist village, and many more. Kohima also caters to the biggest annual festival in northeast India, the Hornbill Festival, which is held every year from 1st to 10th December at Naga Heritage with a purpose to promote the richness of the Naga heritage and traditions. Today, if one has to travel to this picturesque city, Kohima is now well connected to all major places in the northeast, including Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong and Dimapur. Tourists can have fun trekking in the most picturesque Kohima and enjoy the unique beauty that Kohima has been blessed with. With Asuno from Kohima, Suparna Saitya for
With that, we have come to an end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.